Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. So I am in my pajamas because it's very close to 11 p.m. It is Monday, but I've had a little bit of a busy evening. I've just been editing last week's vlog. I think upload schedule wise, I may post my vlogs on Wednesday and my core content on Sunday, now that we're down to 2 videos a week for October. But I've not decided on that yet. I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know why I'm such a strange colour as well, like my white balance is weird, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. But yeah, I've been quite busy this evening. I came home, I'm quite conscious of the fact that I'm moving in like 11 days. So I did start packing. I packed 4 boxes and I have barely made a dent, like so fucking barely made a dent that it's a little bit concerning actually. So I need to ramp up the action on that. I have also posted out some candle orders. I've posted out all I can at this point. I'm waiting for a little bit of stock, but I'm hoping to clear through all of the orders that I have right at this moment by the end of the week, because once again, I'm quite conscious of the fact that I'm moving. I have to pack up all of my supplies for my business, as well as like continue to keep it going. I'm not going to shut down while I'm gone because typically I don't sell that much, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal, and I do have quite a long dispatch time on there, but orders may be a little bit slower going out just over the time that I'm actually moving. Obviously, as I am just moving from living with my dad to my own house, it doesn't all have to be done at once. Like I can leave some bits here and then move all that, say like the day after I get the keys to my house, etc, etc. But I did pack up some candle orders, and then I packed up some of my room. I got a shower, I've edited some of the vlog, and now I am here to start the vlog for you guys. That was like kind of a really long tangent and it wasn't necessary, and I wish I knew why I was this colour. So as for a reading update, if you saw last week's vlog and the Feast for Crows live show, you will know that I did not manage to finish A Feast for Crows in time for the live show. I do still really want to finish this as soon as possible, because aside from the fact that the live show for this has been and gone, so like it's not as much of a priority, with everything going on in October with me moving and the next live show being at the end of November, where everything's still going to be not up in the air, but I'm still going to be doing things in the house and spending a lot of time doing that. Like I don't think I'll get all of the painting done at once. It's a pretty big house, especially for like just 2 people sorting all of that stuff out. So I do want to finish this as soon as possible and I probably want to start a Dance with Dragons and have that ongoing for whatever. I don't know what I'm doing about my October TBR. This update is an update of not having a fucking clue what's going on right now, and this is why a couple of weeks ago I was talking about my mental health in my vlog. This is why my mental health is bad. I don't overly believe in star signs and horoscopes and astrology and things like that, but I am a Taurus and I have a lot of Taurus traits. I am stubborn and I don't like change, and I like to make plans and I like things to be secure, and right now I feel like I'm in this awkward limbo where everything is kind of up in the air and I don't know what is going on, and it's making things really difficult for me to do anything because I'm not sure how to plan for this. Mental health wise, because I don't think I touched upon it last week, I'm doing a lot better now. I'm having like off moments, like say if something madly inconveniences me, then I will just completely fly off the handle, and well, not in an aggressive way, in a like sink into a deep despair kind of way. But I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot more motivated. I'm feeling a lot more motivated YouTube wise. I know I really lost my YouTube motivation, which is not something that I ever do, but I am feeling like a whole lot better overall. Now it's more just trying to figure out how to navigate this time in my life when I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, I was talking about this book. I don't know if I told you what page I'm on. It is 550. I still want to finish this. I did leave it halfway through a chapter, so I haven't moved my bookmark. I'm somewhere past 550, but only by like 5 pages. If you were unaware, this is the 4th book in the A Song of Ice and Fire series, which is the epic fantasy series that the Game of Thrones TV show is based on. I'm hosting a read along for this. There has been live shows. There will be at least one more live show, and I am enjoying this book so far, but it is one of the slow moving ones. So I'm going to be pottering on with that throughout the week. I don't know if I am going to be starting a book alongside it. I may start Crooked Kingdom, but my default is always to read. Like if I'm not doing something then I read, or it's like, oh well, you've just done this which is work, so now you should read. And at the minute I need to break out of that so that I can get shit done. As I was saying about not knowing what I'm doing with my TBR, I added up all of the pages in my Bookopoly TBR and I have to read 5,117 pages in October, and that is assuming that I finish this tonight, which I'm not going to. Obviously, I've accepted defeat on October Bookopoly. I will be reading because I'm always reading. I always have a book ongoing. But as I said, I need to break out of this habit of reading constantly just while we get through this period. If I do start a book alongside this at the moment, it will be Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which is over there. I've been packing up some of the overspill of books I've had because I have been collecting books. Normally my limit is what I can keep on my shelves, but as I have known for quite some time, I have been moving. I've just been letting them stack up because when I move, one of my first priorities will be getting more shelves. So when I was packing that stuff up, I was separating books for any videos that I need to film before I move. I'm not sure whether I'm going to film 2 videos tomorrow night and then I'm going to film my wrap up at the weekend, and then all of the videos in this house will have been filmed, and that will take me up to the week after I move. So it will be 3 weeks worth of videos, including my wrap up. The week that this is actually taking place, not the week that you're seeing it, the week you're seeing this, and then the week after. So I think I'm gonna do that because I was getting frustrated that I had to stop packing to plan my videos so I knew what books I needed leaving out, so I wasn't packing them away. Can you tell that I'm all over the place right now? Because I really am. But that was my currently reading. As I said, I may start Crooked Kingdom, which is the second book in the Six of Crows duology. That book is not on my October TBR, but I was supposed to buddy read that with Jade this month, September, but I didn't and she didn't either. But for us to continue, we need to read Crooked Kingdom, so I knew I need to get through that as well. Now I do have a parcel to unbox for you at the moment. This is not Bookish related, but this is a small business that I really love, so anytime I buy something from them, I do like to show you guys, to show them support. They are super busy, honestly. They don't need any support because they are one of these businesses, I'm not sure if it's just one woman that runs it on her own, but she restocks once every couple of weeks and it is sold out within minutes. You have to be on the button to be able to get anything. I got 2 products this time, and because I pay shipping, I do tend to buy at least 2 things at once to kind of get my money out of the postage, but only one of these items was the item that I went in the restock going for. The other one I wanted sold out and I was sad about it, but that always happens with this company. They don't need any promotion, but I like to show you guys, I like to support small businesses. So the company is Happy Place Cosmetics. I have shopped with them before. I've had a couple of items from them. Just checking I've got everything in the box. And they sell handmade body products. The ones that I tend to buy is the bath and shower whips. I have 2 of them here, but they also make hand sanitizers, makeup brush cleansers. They make bath bombs, bath dust, which is like crushed bath bombs. They make sugar scrubs, or is it salt scrubs? So they make scrubs, and yeah, they make a whole ton of stuff. They make bar soaps as well, but the restocks are limited and they are like once every couple of weeks. I know the owner has just had a baby as well, so there hasn't been many restocks at all for a while, which is why I grabbed these. I do have 2 of these unopened that I haven't used yet, but I do have a very nice bath in my new house and I plan on spending a lot of time in it. And these, as I will show you in a second, are very versatile products. So I haven't smelled these or anything yet, but I know what this one smells like. So I do like to get a selection of their fragrances. I've never had the same fragrance twice yet. Most orders come with a sample, and this is also a whip, and this is the Stupid Cupid whip, which is one that I haven't had yet. It's not my favorite. It's a very strong, everything they do is very highly fragranced. Stupid Cupid, not my favorite, but I will use the sample. But of the 2 products I bought, I will show you this one first. They have really cool names. This one is Riots Not Diets. These are both bath and shower whips. If you don't know what that is, it is a very versatile product. I use them as soap. You can also use them as bubble bath, and you can use them as shaving cream as well. So if you want to use it as bubble bath, you run it under the tap. If you want to use it as soap, as I do, I have a loofah and I rub the loofah in the soap and then lather myself up, but you get a ton of bubbles. They are so bubbly. I absolutely love them. So this is what this one looks like on the inside. And are we ready for the scent test? Oh, This one's super vanilla-y, which is why I wanted it. This one is vanilla marshmallow fluff, and this is the one that I didn't necessarily want. I didn't go into the restock wanting this, but of what was left, because I was 20 minutes late to the restock, I always forget. Like, I remind myself all day and then I forget when it comes to it. But this one smells good. And then the one that I wanted, this is one of my favorite scents, and this is Queen Bee. If you've been here a while, you may remember a while back I got a solid shampoo bar from Lush in the Honey I Washed My Hair scent, which is the same as Honey I Washed My Kids, and this is a dupe of that, and it is one of my favorite, I would say it's my favorite Lush scent. I do really like Snow Fairy as well, but I do also have a fragrance oil that I can make candles of that's the same as this. I'm just waiting for something really special to use it for. This one is Queen Bee. Oh, so as you can imagine, it is a honey based scent, and this is the same as the Lush scent Honey I Wash the Kids, or Honey I Wash My Hair if it is the shampoo bar. So I will of course put the link to Happy Place Cosmetics in the description box. As I said, they only do a restock like once every couple of weeks and you have to be fast. So I will also put their Instagram in the description box as well, because they do give you plenty of notice. Like, if you check the stories, the owner is always active in stories and letting everybody know when the next restock is going to be. But if you want something, jump on it, because it will not be around for long. I would recommend on the day that she restocks, she does put everything up in the restock but marks it as sold out, and there is also a fragrance list on there for all the names of the products. So if you want to check out the fragrances, I recommend going on a couple of hours before the restock and looking through at what she's restocking and the fragrance list, and then you can decide what you want. And then it normally goes live at 8 p.m. and be on that button, because there is multiple times where I have added things to my basket. I've known what I wanted, I've gone on there really quickly, added things to my basket, and by the time I've got to checkout, some things have been swiped and they're already sold out. So yeah, if you do want anything from Happy Place Cosmetics, then be fast. So that is all I have for you right now. I'm not sure what I'm gonna go and do. I may read, I may continue editing this vlog, although as I said, I'm not putting it up tomorrow, so I don't have to finish it right now. But yeah, I'll go get on with some stuff. I will let you know when I pick up Crooked Kingdom. I will definitely pick it up soon, if not tonight. And I'll also let you know, hopefully I will finish this week. This is not necessarily a priority, but tomorrow is the 1st of October and I have my October TBR to get through. So yeah, I want to not focus on reading as much and get some other shit done, but I also want to read a lot, so I don't know what's going to happen. This is going to be a big vlog of I don't know, and I'm a hot mess. I hope you enjoy it.
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we discussed the famous case of D.B. Cooper, a case that the FBI is referred to as one of the great unsolved mysteries in FBI history. It's also considered one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in U.S. history.
Oh,
favorite of mine.
Yeah, I've heard of this one a little bit. Just a little bit.
Hey guys, so I just thought I would pop in with a little bit of a reading update for you, because I haven't in a couple of days. I told you I was reading A Feast for Crows, and I still am. I'm on page 650 of this. I only have around 125 pages left, so I do think that I can get this read by the end of the week, but I am going to be starting another book alongside it tonight, because I have read 65 pages of this today, and I like to make a start on my official October TBR. So Jade has actually messaged me not long ago. Oh, before that, I will just address the fact that I'm wearing my reading poncho, which if you were with me last year, you may remember. If not, my reading poncho is just a fleecy poncho that I like to wear when I'm reading because it's very cozy. But Jade messaged me not long ago and asked whether we should push our buddy read of Crooked Kingdom back to next month, because we were supposed to start it last Monday and we pushed it back to Wednesday, and then Jade read the section for the first day. I didn't start it at all. I was going to start it tonight, but we have now decided to push it back to November, and our book for October for the buddy read will be The Language of Thorns. I was going to say I wanted to, but I planned to read this after I'd finished Crooked Kingdom, just because this is a collection of fairy tales set in the Grishaverse that spans both the Ravka side of the Grishaverse and also the Ketterdam side. But it is like a standalone. You don't even have to have read the Grisha series to read this, as far as I'm aware, so I don't actually mind reading this without reading Crooked Kingdom. It's pretty much just an addition to the Grishaverse that provides some of the mythology and legend and fairy tales of the universe. So as I was going to start a book to read alongside Feast for Crows tonight, I am going to be starting this. I think we're going to read one story a day, which is around 50 pages, but they are all different lengths, but none are very long. And I will be doing that in just a moment. Last night, you may have seen on Twitter, my eye swelled up randomly. I'm not sure how it's looking at the moment. I think we're all right now, but essentially I was reading in bed and my eye got quite itchy. So I thought, because I had moisturised not long before, I thought I'd accidentally got a little bit of moisturiser in my eye, which happens occasionally. So I thought when I finish my chapter, I'll go and rinse it out or whatever, and also cleanse my face to take off any eye makeup I had on in case I had a little bit of mascara that had gotten into my eye. But by the time I finished my chapter, like, it just continued to itch and itch and itch, and it started feeling really weird. By the time I'd finished my chapter, I went to a mirror and my eye had started to swell. So it was a little bit concerning because it happened quite quickly, and then it got to the point where I couldn't open it. But I did take an antihistamine and put a cold compress on, and it did come down. It was a little bit puffy this morning, but as you can see, I think we're looking pretty normal now. So that was a little bit strange. I just thought I'd fill you in because I know some of you guys will have seen it on Twitter and wondered what happened with that, but that's the deal. This evening I have been making candles, and I'm currently in the process of making some body butter. I have just marked all of the body butter out of stock on the website just because it is quite an involved and time consuming process. It's a little bit more of an involved process than candles are, so while I'm moving I don't really want to be making body butters. So if you have been on the website and you've noticed that they're out of stock, they will be back in stock probably a week or so after I've moved. I just don't want to be making body butters while I'm moving because candles are just so much easier in that I can go make a candle and then leave it to set, etc., whereas body butter has more steps in the process essentially. So I think what I'm going to do is, I have a cup of tea right now, so I'm going to read one story in this, and then I'll see how the body butter is getting on, and then I think I might start editing this vlog actually, because I intended on making more candles than I have tonight. I'm still waiting on a fragrance oil, so I think in terms of being productive I will do a little bit of editing to save me time at the weekend, because I have started packing little bits, but I think I want to do the bulk of my packing at the weekend. And I'm also planning on filming 3 videos either tomorrow or Friday, which will be the last videos aside from vlogs that are filmed here in this location, and then my shelves can start coming down and then there'll be nothing stopping me from packing everything, whereas now I kind of have to leave my background and everything up just so I can get those last videos filmed. So those are my plans for today and what I did yesterday and my plans for the next couple of days. But I'm gonna go and read some of this and drink my tea, and I'll check in with you guys maybe tomorrow.
Today is gonna be a little something more. I've got a plan in mind, a special thing in store. The light bulb inside my head says get out and play, 'cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day, it's my lucky day.
I don't know, I'm not got a clue.
Oh, I nearly dropped that in the wax. Whew. I'll cut that out of my video.
Slept in, 'cause I don't care, and didn't make the bed. Sip coffee.
Story being set in England, it does pose some problems, especially with how other villagers look at this family. And it is quite a hard-hitting book, and there are moments that are genuinely quite scary, especially when it comes.
It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. Don't need a pot of gold, a rabbit's foot, or to be told. It's my lucky day. It's my
Hey guys, so I thought I would pop in and do a little bit of a reading update. It is 9:30 now. I have spent all of my evening making candles, but I did get a lot done, so I shouldn't have too many to make at the weekend, because at the weekend I want to do a whole lot of packing. Speaking of packing and moving, etc., we have made a bit of a decision today that we are not actually going to be moving properly next Friday, because I'm not sure if I've told you in this vlog, but I'm having, I think I did on Monday, but I'm having this issue issue where I don't know what to pack, because if I'm taking anything off shelves or out of wardrobes, they're just ending up in boxes on the floor, and then I don't have any space to continue packing and stacking boxes, if that makes sense. So I think we're going to move a little bit more gradually. We're going to move as much stuff as we have packed on Friday and get it to the new house, and then Friday afternoon we are going to go to Dunelm and get plates and towels and all that kind of stuff, and then go to Asda because they have really nice homeware as well. Because another issue I'm having is I don't want to go out and buy stuff and then have to bring it here where I have no room to pack to then move that stuff as well. So we'll go get that stuff, take it to the house. We will stay here for one final time, and then early Saturday morning we will move the bed over, and then we will gain like a huge space in the room to be able to pack. And at that point as well, we won't need to worry about what things we need to leave out and what things we need to pack. We will just be packing everything pretty much and moving. So that is our plan for now. It could change again, but that's kind of what we're going with at the moment. But I do have a reading update for you. I'll keep it brief with A Feast for Crows, but I am feeling awesome because I am on page 612 of A Feast for Crows, and that means that I only have like 63 pages left. So I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. And guys, this has been a long haul. I'm enjoying it. I have enjoyed it, but over the last 2 weeks, this will be the third week, I have only finished one book, I think, and that was Darkdawn. So I'm excited to pick up things that are a little bit more fast paced, because this has taken a while and I'm feeling slumpy. It goes into what I said in that video that I made in How to Read More. Like, if you are reading slow, dense fantasies that are taking you a lot longer to read than normal, so you're not finishing books, like, you start to feel slumpy even though you may not be. I'm not slumpy. I've been reading quite a bit, but I feel slumpy because it's taking me ages to finish anything. So last night I said that I was starting my buddy read of The Language of Thorns with Jade. We have started. I have read both of the stories I'm supposed to, so I have read yesterday's story and today's story, and they were a Zamini story called Ayama and the Thornwood and a Ravkan story called The Two Clever Fox. Both of them I really enjoyed. I think that these are absolutely beautifully written. You guys know that I do not get along with short stories, but I do like fairy tales. I haven't read any traditional fairy tales in quite some time, although I do have the complete works of the Brothers Grimm, which I do at some point want to kind of make my way through. It's like a doorstop, but I want to read it at some point in my life. But The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo is the Grisha fairy tales, and I think what Leigh Bardugo is going for in this is that not everything has a happily ever after, or even if it does, it's not what you expect. Like, it's not going to wrap up the way you expect a fairy tale to. So the two that I have read, I have a very much enjoyed, and the thing about these is that they are very short. The first one was 50 pages and the second one was like 30 pages, so it's just the fairy tales. There's not really much I can say aside from that they're beautifully written and I am really enjoying them. So in terms of my page count, I'm on page 79 of like 275-ish, and the next story I will be reading tomorrow is The Witch of Dover, which is just under 40 pages. And then on my way home from work, I did start the audiobook for Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I'm not very far in. I'm like 50 minutes into the audiobook and I'm on like page 25, so I'm not very far into this. I listened to a little bit while I was making candles, but then I was kind of concentrating, so I stopped. But the audiobook is okay so far. I can't really tell you much about the plot of this as of yet. As I said, I'm only 25 pages in, but the writing style is not my favorite, and I knew it wouldn't be, which is why I have been dreading reading this book. So I think that the audiobook may be a good route for this, because it's not quite stream of consciousness, but it is as though somebody is telling you a story in conversation. So it's very much constructed like, oh, I walked into the bar and this guy said blah blah blah, as you do, and then I got a drink and I was with my best friend, and my best friend 3 years ago when we met, you know. So it kind of like goes off on tangents where you start off telling one story. So like you may be talking to a friend about going shopping with your mother-in-law, but then the story needs context, so then you'll kind of go off on a tangent and tell a story that tells the context before coming back to the original point. It's written like that, and I don't really like anything that is stream of consciousness or that kind of conversational style. However, the audiobook may be a good shout. Actually, you know, I do like You by Caroline Kepnes, which is a little bit like that because Joe is talking to the reader or putting the reader in the position of the girl that he's stalking. But we'll see how we go with this. The audiobook is fine so far. I'm not overly interested at the moment, but I'm not too far into it. And as I said, I can't really tell you what this is about at the moment because I haven't gotten that far into the plot. So that is it for my reading update. I have quite a lot going on. I don't know how much I've read today because it's across 3 books, but a considerable amount. So I think what I'm going to go do now is I'm going to go and get a shower, which I kind of don't want to just because my hair's nice and curly. But I will go and get a shower, and then I think I'm going to put some addresses into the website that I use to send out my packages. Just so that over the weekend when I'm actually packaging the orders, they're faster to process. And then I may edit a day of the vlog. Honestly, I'm enjoying doing this because by the time it comes to like the end of the week, I'm going to have like most of the vlog already edited, which is great. So I may edit a little bit more of the vlog and then maybe read some of this, or maybe read some of this. I don't know. I may try to read a bit of this, but if I can't stand reading this physically because of the way that it's told and the writing style, then I may just have to leave this as an audiobook, in which case I may read some of this. Or will I pick up a 4th book? Picking up a 4th book would not be a good idea, but I'm not ruling it out. Hey guys, so I've just finished filming my September wrap up, so I thought while I had everything else I would come in and give you an update on my reading because I have a little bit to tell you. So the first thing is that I have finished A Feast for Crows finally, and I actually really enjoyed this. I think I've given it 5 stars, but I think I need to reorder my preference of these books because I did give Storm of Swords 5 stars, but in hindsight I don't think Storm of Swords is the kind of thing that I love the most from this series. So Clash of Kings was obviously my least favourite, but I think that the first book, Game of Thrones, may actually be my favourite one in this series because of the atmosphere and the way that the story is told. I think that A Game of Thrones and A Feast for Crows have a very different feel to the other 2 books in the series that I've read so far. So I did touch upon it maybe yesterday that the things that happen in this are very different to the things that happen in A Storm of Swords. In A Storm of Swords, it is very dramatic and it is huge plot points that are happening, and I think we all know that one of the main things about the Game of Thrones series is that a lot of main characters die. So you will be in the perspective of main characters and you will think that they are the main character, and then they won't be with you much longer. So we had a lot of that in Storm of Swords. Like there was quite a few deaths in there, but A Feast for Crows, a lot happened but in a very different way. So I had like the same feeling when I was reading A Feast for Crows that I had with A Game of Thrones, and I can't really explain it because it is just a feeling, but that is what I enjoy from this series. And the things that happened in here weren't like super shocking, everybody's dying, like whoa, epic plot twist, but this book was very dramatic, and it was just a whole different tone and a whole different feel than Storm of Swords, even though the things that are happening here aren't as dramatic as the things happening in A Storm of Swords. Now I feel like part of the reason that I do enjoy this a little bit more is because the things that happened in Storm of Swords I know about. They are epic plot twists that could not really have been changed at all in the show. So all of the things that happen in book 3 that are really big and dramatic do happen in the TV show, whereas when we get to A Feast for Crows, and I believe also A Dance with Dragons, the storyline of the show does diverge a little bit because we have so many new plot threads coming in that it kind of wouldn't have been digestible to a mainstream television audience to keep absolutely everything in the show. So overall, I just think that this is a lot more dramatic in a more quiet way. We had cliffhangers in here that I don't feel like we had in the previous books in this series. The way that a lot of the characters are left off in this book, we don't know what's happened to them. Some of them we don't know if they're dead or alive. We don't know what's going to happen next. And I believe that A Dance with Dragons does run parallel to this story. So the things in A Dance with Dragons are happening at the same time as A Feast for Crows. And as The Winds of Winter has not been published yet, this is the last thing that we hear from some of the characters in this book. Honestly, even though it's taken me 3 weeks to get through this and I felt like I was struggling through the middle, I am so excited. Like, I could go into A Dance with Dragons right now. I am obviously going to be reading it slowly if I do choose to pick it up, but I could go into A Dance with Dragons, but then I also know that I'm not going to get the satisfaction I want or the answers I want, because chronologically the book that comes after this has not been published yet. That being said, there are definitely issues with pacing in this series. As I've said, each book in the series has a different tone. We have books like Clash of Kings, which feel really drawn out and very much focused on war strategy, which for me personally are not as interesting to read about. We have books that aren't super action packed but have quite a lot of dramatic things happening in them, like A Feast for Crows. And then we have Storm of Swords, where everything is just action. And I'm sure because of the way that George R.R. Martin crafts stories that it will all be kind of worth it. But then I feel like this is a series that if you could, I could not do this, but if you could, you should read it from start to finish as though it is one entire thing, as opposed to individual books. And then I feel like the pacing would be evened out a little bit better, if that makes sense. But I'm hoping that by the time I get to the end of this series, when the final book, is it A Dream for Spring, maybe, is eventually published, that I will kind of understand the method in the madness that is George R.R. Martin's very odd pacing. But I love this, and I'm glad that it's done, kind of, but I need to know more. So the other books that I was reading, we have A Language of Thorns. I have not read today's section yet. I have packed up a ton of candle orders. I've done all of my candle orders for the weekend. I have very few orders outstanding, and I had loads at the start of this evening, so I'm really happy with that. And then I have like an hour of footage to go through that I've just filmed for my September wrap up. So I have been kind of busy, but I have also been progressing a little bit in Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. So I'm only on page 60 of this, so I don't feel like I can tell you a lot about it yet. But then, as this is a thriller, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people do already know the plot twist and what is going on in this story from either reading the book or watching the movie. I watched the movie the same year it was released. I think as soon as it came to DVD, my mum wanted to watch it, so I bought her the DVD. So I have seen the movie and I didn't enjoy it, and I wasn't sure what was going on, which is why I don't think I remember the plot twist. But I do think I do maybe remember one of the points of the plot twist, but I'm not sure. So this book could still surprise me. What I can tell you that it's about so far, and what is probably going to be the only synopsis that I really give to this book, is that we follow two perspectives in this book. We follow a man in the present day and his wife in the past. In the present day, we are learning a lot about the man and his life and his relationship with his wife. On the day that this story starts in his perspective, he is at work and he receives a call from his neighbour to say that the door is wide open and the cat's out and is everything okay. And he goes home to find out that his wife has disappeared. She left the kettle on, she left the iron on, and there are some items in the house that are smashed, and he has absolutely no idea what has happened to her. But then we also find out that he doesn't have much of a clue about his wife at all. Like, the police are asking him, like, what does she do with her day? Does she have any friends? And he's like, I don't know. But we also follow the wife in the past through diary entries. So her story starts on the day that she met her husband, and it's talking about how she felt about him and how they had immediate chemistry, etc. Now, I think a lot of people say about this book that they don't like the characters, and at the minute I don't dislike them, but I don't really have much of an opinion about them at all, to be honest. But I am enjoying this a little bit more than I thought I would. And I know when I left you last night I said that I was going to try and read some of this physically, but I wasn't loving the writing style because it's kind of conversational and goes off on tangents, and if I wasn't able to read it physically then I would stick to the audiobook. But I'm actually surprised that when I've been reading it physically, I don't hate the writing style as much as I initially thought I did. Yes, it is not my preferred writing style, but I'm enjoying it ish. Like, I don't have many opinions. I'm not really intrigued because the way that his wife has gone missing, like, we literally know nothing. Like, the state of their marriage seems to be that maybe they shouldn't have got married, that they're not a good fit for each other. But I can't tell you for sure at the moment whether they were having like a particularly rough marriage. I know that a couple of years ago they moved to an area where his wife didn't particularly want to move to, and I feel like she can be quite difficult and not willing to compromise, and she's used to getting what she wants and being the person who dictates what happens. And because her husband has moved her to his hometown, she wasn't too happy about this, and she was out of her element and not really loving her life in this place or her marriage. But that is all I really have to say about this at the moment. I'm hoping to finish this week. I don't think I will. I don't know what my plans are for the weekend aside from doing a little bit of packing and filming a couple of videos. But I don't think I will be able to finish this week, but I would definitely love it if I could. So that is all I have for you. I think I'm going to go and import the footage for that hella long wrap up. I'm probably going to have to transfer files on my laptop because I have a lot of footage, and I'm also going to try and read my section of Language of Thorns that I'm buddy reading with Jade for today, and then I'm probably gonna go and get some sleep. Hey guys, so it is Saturday afternoon. I have been out a little bit. We went to get some bubble wrap to package some orders. I've also gone and dropped all of the orders that I packaged up at the post office. I normally go on weekdays, but we had a lot, which would have been too much to carry, so we've done an extra drop today. I also picked up, it wasn't even exciting, but I picked up some like flavored salt grinders. So I got like a chili and garlic one and a piri piri one, which I mean, it's kind of exciting. It's nothing, I'm not going to show you because it's not that exciting, but I was pretty excited about it because I can buy stuff for my own kitchen now, which is, it's fun. So I haven't actually done any reading, I don't think, since I spoke to you last night because it was quite late when I had finished filming and everything. So I am a day behind on Language of Thorns, so I'll be reading both yesterday's and today's sections today, but most of the stories in this are pretty short, so that shouldn't be a problem. But the reason I'm here at the moment is because my Darkdawn Hangover recovery crate has arrived. So you guys have probably seen this by now. This is a Faecrate. It's one of these special editions they do, and I have had one of these before. I have had the Kingdom of Ash one. I paid for this. This was not sent to me. I bought this because I wanted it. This contains my 3rd copy of Darkdawn, and then I also ordered the Illumicrate one, and when that arrives that will be my 4th copy. So yeah, I have quite a few copies now. But I did put a poll on Twitter about whether people wanted to see a separate video for this or whether I should just include it in my vlog, and the vote is pretty inconclusive, to be fair. 12 people have voted for in my vlog and 8 people have voted for a separate video, so it's happening in the vlog. I would normally have just made a separate video, but these were shipped out shortly after the book's release, and the book was released on the 5th of September, and it has gotten to the point now where it has been so long since the boxes have been sent that the artists who worked on the box, like Nanfei worked on the box, and the artists have just started posting stuff on Instagram, so I have been dodging spoilers like the damn plague for this thing. But I thought that as this was so late coming to me, I would just put a poll up on Twitter in case people didn't want a separate video, because I'm pretty sure the majority of people have already seen this by now. I know that a lot of people won't be interested in unboxings as well, so I will put a timestamp on the screen of when the unboxing is over if you just want to continue with the regular content. But it is time to unbox this beauty. So I did order the edition with the book. It has the US hardcover in. I do not own any of the books in the US hardcover, but I think I might get myself a full set. But the reason that I ordered it with the book is because in here you have 3 exclusive alternate dust jackets, and the art for those is done by Nanfei, who is my favorite artist that does Nevernight fan art. And the only way to get the dust jackets was to order the box with the book. When they do the hangover crates, they do options without the book. I normally go without the book because the shipping takes so long, but with this I've already read the book and it took me ages to read the book. As well as that, every hangover crate now has a plushie, and the plushie is of a character. I think this one is Mia, and I think that's all I know that's in here. I don't know what the rest of the stuff is, but seriously, I have been dodging spoilers, so I don't know if everything's gonna fall out because this is a pretty full box, but ooh. Okay, wow, this is full. Oh wow, okay. Like seriously though, look how full this is. There is so much stuff in there, and that is just the top. So we'll start off with oh, she's so cute. The other plushie I have from Faecrate is of Rowan from the Throne of Glass series, who isn't my favorite character, but the plushie is super cute. And now, oh, she's so beautiful. Now I have my very own Mia plushie, which, isn't she beautiful? Isn't she beautiful? Now, I have been spoiled for this. I forgot about this. This is a travel mug, and oh, this is a big one. Oh, and it has a rubber seal too. So this is like, I like this. I like this a lot. So this is a reusable cup, and it says Red Dahlia, Spider Killers, Poisons. And then right across the bottom it says Venom crafted at the Red Church by Shahid, most likely to murder her own students. Antidote, blue salt, calphite, and pepper milk. So I'll just give you a little close-up of that. We also have a tube. This could be the dust jackets, I'm not sure. I can't get them out. Here we go. Yep, this is the dust jackets. Okay, so this is the Nevernight art, which is just, oh my god. This was like, I do like the Faecrate Hangover recovery boxes, but these were one of the main reasons why I had to get the one with the box, because these are, oh no, look at God's grave. Oh yeah, I paid quite a lot of money for this, including the shipping to the UK, for a book that I already have multiple copies of. But honestly, I love Nan Faye's art, and as you can tell, these are well worth the money that I paid to have this box shipped to me. These are, oh my god, I could back these onto a board all together and frame them. That's an idea. Okay, so now we have, I believe, a bracelet, which I have really fat wrists, so I hope this fits. So I can't get this to focus, but it says, I am the war you cannot win. Oh, it does fit. Okay, good. Next up, we have this little bottle, and this is the Crow's Swagger Magical Body and Room Spray, and the scent is Blackberry, Clothes, and Bloody Murder. Oh, this is made by Nerdy Potions Co, and I'm pretty sure I've had something else from them recently. Let's test it. I sprayed that in my mouth, but that smells really nice. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I just wish I hadn't sprayed it in my face. We then have something in this little velvet Faecrate pouch. This is a Faecrate collector's coin. It has that on one side, and on this side it has a moon phase pattern with Mia's dagger, and it says, "The storm begs no forgiveness of the drowned." Oh, that spray smells really good. I like it. Then we have this. I don't know what this is. Holy shit. Holy shit. What is this? Okay, so whatever. Is this like a... What? I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Can I see you? Oh my god. Right, so this, I'm gonna have to look at the spoiler card. It's a sunshade. This is the Gladiati from the arena. I just didn't know this is enormous. Also, I'll show you the art on the spoiler card because it is really pretty. Next up, we have a pin. You guys know how I love my pins. These are honestly so worth the money because there is so much in them. And the pin is of my sweet baby Trick. This is Mia's infamous dagger, and it's also a USB drive, which will come in handy. I do actually use USB drives. Oh, we also have a pouch that says "Never flinch, never fear, never ever forget," and I do use these. I use these for my planner supplies, so the Sharpies and pens that I use for my planner, and also my planner stickers. The ones that I do have aren't very exciting, and also my annotation pouch, the zippy thing has broken off it, so I will actually use this to replace the more boring ones that I have. So I'm going to say that this is the Chronicler Alias, and then on the back we have this beautiful print of Ash and Mia. Then we have some character cards. Are they character cards? Yep, they're also stuck together. So we have Ashlyn. I think that's the Chronicler. The Speaker. I think that one is Trick. Not sure about that one, but could it be Knave? Of course, we have our darling Mia with also Eclipse and Mr. Kindly. And then the final one, oh no, we've got two more. This one I'm thinking it could be Mercurial, and then that one I'm going to assume is the Weaver. And then lastly we have, we do have a straw for that reusable cup, and then of course the US edition of Darkdawn, which is absolutely beautiful, and the short story 3, which was sent in PDF form if you put in your pre-order receipt. It was the pre-order incentive for the book, but I forgot to do that, so I didn't have it. But then I found out that the special edition boxes did have them in, which I'm very thankful for. I may read this today. It's 40 pages. It also says it contains smut, which I'm excited. So that was my Darkdawn Hangover recovery crate. I absolutely love it. These are my favorite items, but I had a feeling they would be. But everything in here I liked, I think. Yeah, this I'm a little bit confused about. and I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this sunshade, but aside from that, I absolutely adore everything in this box. And as I said, I did buy this box with my own money, and it is the second box that I have bought of this type. So if you are ever wondering which special edition box to buy, I would pretty much always recommend Faecrate. That is all I have for you at this moment in time. I am going to film some videos today, I think. I also need to edit my wrap up, and I have a Darkdawn live show later on today. So I have quite a few YouTubey things to do, and then I'm hoping to get most of it done so that I can spend all of tomorrow packing. But as I said, that is all I have for now, so I will see you guys a little bit later on. Hey guys, so I'm just coming in briefly to let you know a couple of things. I haven't read anything today. I still haven't read a single damn page today, and I don't think I am going to, because I still need to edit a lot of my wrap up, which is supposed to be going up tomorrow. But I have just got out of the live show for Darkdawn, which was fun. It was fun to discuss the final book in one of my favourite series of all times. I will link it up in the cards or in the description box if I've run out of cards at this point, but I had fun doing that. I'm gonna go finish editing my wrap up now. But the main thing I wanted to tell you is that I haven't read a lot today because I have spent all of the day filming, and I have now filmed every video that will go up until November Bookopoly, aside from my vlogs obviously. And if I have any unboxings to do or whatever, if anything comes, then there will be videos for that. But all of my like solid content is all filmed, which means that I have filmed my last ever video in this house, which is I don't know how I feel about it now. I think tomorrow I'm going to, now that I'm done filming, I'm going to start packing away my Funko Pop. I want to get all my Funko Pops back in their boxes and packed up, and any other ornaments I have lying around. And I may take my bookmarks down, and I think at that point when I start to pack up my bookshelves, especially things like my bookmarks, which never change, that are always on my shelves, like my Funko Pops move around a bit, but when I start to pack up stuff like that, then it's gonna be when it hits me that I am moving in less than a week. You're gonna see tears in these vlogs, because obviously even if I don't vlog, if I start crying randomly, if I'm talking about stuff, there's a chance that I may start crying. So yeah, you can look forward to that. But yeah, I filmed the last video in this house, and I don't think I would be as bothered, and I wouldn't be making as much of a big deal of it as I am if I was sure that my bookshelves are going to go in a line as they are now in the new house. But the problem I have with the new house is that there is one like big wall in the room that's going to be my reading and filming room, but that wall has a radiator on it. So that takes up half of the wall. But when we went back to the house a couple of weeks ago, I did notice that the radiator is slightly to the left. So my idea at the moment is that I'm going to try and fit the bookshelves next to the radiator, but if they don't fit, we're going to have like a corner situation where I have two bookshelves on one wall and one next to them. So I don't know what's going to happen yet. So on maybe the 27th of October, maybe the date that my last video that I've just filmed goes up. So that may be the last video where we have like my bookshelves behind me. It may be the last video with that background, and I won't be able to tell you until next week because I don't know if my bookshelves are going to fit as they are. I won't be sad about it if I will have the same background in my videos. Obviously it is still the end of an era, and it is still the end of filming videos in this house, but visually things may not change. We'll have to wait and see for that. So I just wanted to come in and tell you that I'm feeling some type of way about that, and I'm gonna go edit my wrap up now. Hey guys, so I was just about to continue editing the vlog. I'm about to get a shower. I'm just waiting for Curtis to get out, so I thought I'd do a little bit of editing, and then I thought that I should probably wrap up this vlog. It's been a weird weekend because I still have not read a single page this weekend. I'm hoping to read a little bit tonight. So obviously I can't give you a reading update, but I will just give you a little bit of a recap of where I'm up to in the two books that I'm in. I'll just tell you what page I'm on because you don't need me to ramble on about them forever. So I'm on page 79 of The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. I am 3 stories behind now, so this is what I'm kind of going to read tonight and try and catch up on, although as you guys know I do keep saying that. And then Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, I am on page 60 of this, so I probably won't read any more of this until tomorrow. Bookopoly wise, Jesus, it's the 6th already. I am not doing well. Gone Girl was my punishment book for not completing my September Bookopoly, and Language of Thorns is on my TBR, but it is not on my Bookopoly TBR. It's just on there because I'm buddy reading it with Jade this month. So yesterday I was filming all day, as I told you, and then today I've been packing. I've packed quite a lot and Curtis has packed a little bit as well, but you still cannot tell that I've packed anything. But I will admit, the place where you can tell that I have packed things is my bookshelf, so I'll show you what they look like at the moment. So here are my shelves. So as you can see, I have packed away. All of my Funkos have gone. All of the bookmarks on strings have gone from here. Curtis has taken some of his books off that shelf. I took the manga off there because I've packed all the manga together. And then I've took a few from down there to go in with the special edition hardbacks. I wanted to get Sarah J Maas in with those as well, but I didn't quite manage it, and the rest is fine. It's all normal aside from the missing bookmarks. Here's some of the packing I've been doing. So I've condensed all of my subscription boxes down into these. These are going to go in my car. I will be driving to work on Tuesday, I think, and then my car won't be moving until we move. So they will all go in my car then. We've got 2 boxes of records packed up, but we still have all of the records in here and all of the ones over there. Yes, everything is a mess because I've been dragging everything out. And yeah, this is a box that has the books I need to haul that I haven't hauled yet, and also library books in it. And then I have my suitcase, which is currently empty, but I will be packing clothes into it. So the packing we've done so far, we do have all of these boxes in here. These are my books, and then some like other bits. And then in this room we got all of these ready packed, and then over there we have some more empty boxes, and then this is just my washing. So yeah, so I have made a good start, or I've carried on packing and made a bit of a dent. I'm going to be continuing with that through the week. I still have a lot to do, although if I am being honest, most of my belongings are in books and most of Curtis's belongings are in records, and if we didn't have all of those to move, then packing would be a hell of a lot easier. So I think that about wraps it up for this week's vlog. I will stand in front of my bookshelves that are getting slightly more empty every single day. I do need to go through all of the books that didn't fit onto these shelves that were in the stacks on the floor that are in my TBR. I have taken out and put to the side, but I need to go through here and get all the ones that are off the shelves that are in my TBR before I start packing this up. I've also filmed an introduction clip for a video that's coming at the end of the month, and I need to get the books off that are associated with that as well. But yeah, it's coming along. 5 days until we move, or 5 days until we get the keys, 6 days until we start moving properly. So yeah, that's what's going on. So that is about it for this week's vlog. Sorry there was no reading, but we knew that this was happening. These are the moving vlogs. These are the moving vlogs times. And yeah, please don't forget to like this vlog if you liked it, and subscribe if you wanna, and I will catch you next week. This was the last full vlog in this house, guys. Next week you will get to see my new house without any of the painting being done and without anything in it, but you will get to see my new house next week. Can you believe it? Can you believe that this is a thing that is actually happening? Anyway, I was literally a second away from wrapping up this vlog, so I'm gonna go, but just remember, next week you get to see my new house. Bye.
Oh, you bite your friend like chocolate. You say you'll go where nobody knows, with guns hidden under our petticoats. We're never gonna quit it, no, we're never gonna quit it, no.